Welcome to my algebra class. We're on page 312, written 33 through 50, and page 313, problems 1 to 8. And this is the second part of chapter 7, section 5. On problem 34 through 36, you have a table that has the original price, the percent of discount, the price decrease, and the new price. And we have to find the price decrease and the new price. So I'm going to use our standard form of a percent word problem, blank percent of the whole amount equals the part. And we're given in 34 the 20%, the percent, the original price, which is actually the whole amount, and we're looking for the part, the decrease, and then we're going to figure out the new price. So 20% of 18 would be 0.2 times 18. So that comes out $3.60. So that's how much it's going to decrease. So the new price, there are two parts to these problems, would be take $18 minus $3.60, which comes out $14.40. $36, the same thing. We have 15% is the decrease or the discount of $240 equals how much? X, the part. So take 0.15 and times it by 240. You can use a calculator for that. And the calculator will give us $36 equals X. That's our decrease. So the new price is to take $240 and subtract out the price decrease, which is $36. And we end up with $204 as our new price. So be sure and circle both of these. On the next page, we have another chart. It gives us the original price and a percent markup, so the price is going to increase. So we want to find out how much the increase is and then the new price. So number 38, we're going to have a markup, an increase of 20%, and it's going to be of the original amount or the whole amount, which is $85, and we're trying to find out what that is. So we take 0.2 and multiply it by 85, and using the calculator, we get $17 is our increase. We have a markup, so that would be an increase. So to find the new price, we take the $85 and this time add the 17, and our new price is $102. Problem number 40 is going to be a markup of 6%, and it's going to be of $25. So we're going to change 6% to a decimal, which would be 0.06, times it by 25, and the markup is going to be $1.50. So our new price, take the $25 and add the $1.50. So our new price is $26.50. The next set of problems, we're going to eliminate the decimal completely by multiplying by 10, 100, or 1,000. So that we have whole numbers to work with. So number 42, we have 0.06x equals 120. We look to see what's the most number of digits after the decimal point, and there's 2. So we're going to multiply by 100, so everything slides over 2 places. So this is going to be 6x, multiplying that by 100, and 120 multiplied by 100 is going to add 2 zeros. And then divide by 6, and we get x equals 2,000. So we're eliminating the decimals. Problem 44, we have 0.21x equals 1.2 minus 0.15x. Here we have 2 places after the decimal point, 1 and 2, so we're going to multiply by 100, sliding everything over 2 to eliminate all decimals. So this is going to be 21x. This one moving over 2 will have 120. Move over 2 here, we'll have 15x. Get the x's on one side. Since 21x is by itself on the other side, we're going to add 15x. So we have 36x equals 120. And we divide both sides by 120. Excuse me. Early in the morning. Divide both sides by 36. And let's see, 12 goes into the top 10 times, 12 goes into the bottom 3, so our answer is 10/3. 46, we have 0.05a plus 0.5a equals 4.4. 2 places after the decimal point, 1 and 1, so we want to move everything over 2. So 5a plus 50a equals 440. Collecting like terms, we get 55a equals 440. Divide both sides by 55, and we get a equals 8. (48). We have 0.47x minus 20 equals 0.09x plus 325. Okay, it'll be moving over 2 places. We have 2 digits at the most behind the decimal point. So multiply by 100 gives us 47x minus 2,000 equals 9x plus 325. Getting the variable on one side first, subtract the 9x. That gives us 38x minus 2,000 equals 325. Add 2,000 to both sides. We get 38x equals 2,325. Divide both sides by 38. And there is no common factor for these two, the numerator and denominator, so our answer is 2,325 over 38. The last problem in this section, number 50, we have 0.4 plus 0.24 times the quantity x minus 5 equals 0.08. So we're going to move everything over 2 places. Since this is the most right here. So this comes out 40 plus 24. Nothing moves inside the parentheses because we haven't applied the distributive property yet. Equals 8. So we have 40. Get rid of the parentheses. Simplify your left side. Plus 24x minus 120 equals 8. Collecting like terms, we get 24x minus 80 equals 8. Add 80 to both sides. We get 24x equals 88. Divide by 24. And we have a mistake here. The mistake was me forgetting to put the x here. So that's 40x. So 40x plus 24x is 64x minus 120 equals the 8. Add 120. So we get 64x equals 128. Divide by 64, and x equals 2. And now we're on page 313, the word problems 1 to 8, at the bottom of the page. Problem number 2, and again I'm going to use the standard equation form for a percent problem. It says the chess club has a goal of 36 new members, so that's the whole amount. We want 36. So far they have 30, that's the part. What percent of the club's goal have they achieved? So we're looking for x. So it's x percent times 36 equals 30. Divide both sides by 36. And we get x percent equals, and if you use a calculator on this, when you take 30 and divide it by 36, you get 0.83 repeating. So it's 0.8333 on to infinity. Now to get a percent, to get a decimal into a percent, we move it 2 to the right, so we slide it over 2, so it's 83, and we're not going to write 0.3 with a bar. We're going to change 0.3 repeating into a fraction. We don't use the repeating part in math because we can't work with it. So we're going to write 83 and 1/3%. Another way to have done this is to actually do the physical division of 36 into 30, carry it out 2 places, and take the remainder and get 1/3. Okay, problem number 4. Okay, blank percent of the whole equals the part. It says because an item is slightly damaged, a stock clerk reduces the price by $6. This represents a 15% reduction. So we know the percent is 15% of something equals $6, because $6 is the part that they reduced it. So we're looking for the whole amount. Change 15% to a decimal. Remember, we can't leave a percent as a percent to work with it. We change it to a fraction or a decimal. Divide both sides by 0.15. And 6 divided by 0.15 is 40. So the original amount was $40. Problem number 6. Set up the standard form for a percent word problem. says last year Molly was given a 3% bonus on her regular yearly salary. The bonus amounted to $720. What was her regular yearly salary? So we know she was given a 3% bonus. We know the bonus is part of her salary. The bonus goes here, and we're looking for her whole salary. 3%, move the decimal over 2, it's 0.03x equals 720. Divide by 0.03 to find her total salary. And when we do that, so 720 divided by 0.03, her salary was $24,000. And problem number 8, set up the percent word problem format. It says Mario invests $4,000 in bonds, paying 11.5%, and $5,000 in banking accounts, paying 9.1%. Which investment yields more interest in 1 year, and how much? So let's do the first one. He invests $4,000. That's the total, at 11.5% or 11.5%, and we want to know how much he earned. Change it to a decimal, 0.115, times it by 4,000, and when we use our calculator, he earned $460. And the other investment was $5,000, paying 9.1%. So 9.1% of 5,000 equals what? Change 9.1% to 0.091 and times it by 5,000. So 0.091 times 5,000. That one earned $455. So those are the two amounts, and then how much did which investment yielded more? Well, the bonds yielded more, the first one. And they want to know by how much. Well, 460 minus 455 is $5 each year. That concludes the evens. Be sure to check the answers in the back of the book for the odds.